If you're watching this video because you want to understand how to start an AI business, let me be clear from the start. AI might not be for you. Why? Well, first and foremost, AI is a technology, a means to an end. If the problem you want to solve doesn't make sense to be addressed with AI, you're already on the wrong path. In this video, we'll help you determine if you're truly using AI for the right reasons, or if you're just trying to create something because of the hype. Don't expect things to happen overnight. Understanding a problem, which is the foundation of everything, can take some time. However, this is what will allow you to create something people love, and it's this understanding that will lead you to decide if AI is the right technology to solve the identified pain. I'm Rafi, and welcome to the AI Lib. To begin with, let's address a critical point. Your customers don't care about your technology. AI or any other technology is just a medium to provide value. Joseph Lee from Syncly tells a story of a customer who said, "I don't care if you use AI or not. What I want is to get my job done using your solution." This highlights a fundamental truth. Focus on solving the customer's problem, not on the technology itself.
For customers, they don't actually care what technology we are using. AI or any other technology is just a medium to provide the value to the customers. So one day, one of my customers told me that, "Hey Joseph, I don't care if you use AI or not. What I want is get my job done using your solution."
Next, let's talk about the role of the founder. John Kim from Sendbird emphasizes the need for founders to engage deeply with their customers. He is surprised by how few customers some founders talk to, stressing that you need to talk to 3 to 5 customers a day to truly understand their needs and refine your product.
I'm still surprised by a lot of founders when I ask them, like, how many customers did you talk to? They're like, "Oh, I talked to 3 customers last week or 5 customers last month." I'm like, are you kidding me? You need to be talking to 3 to 5 customers a day. You'll be attending so many networking parties, going to every single conferences, going to every single speaking events, but you don't go back to fundamentals of building a strong product. None of that really matters until you find a strong product market fit in the early days. None of it else matters.
Building something that people love is essential. Sam Altman points out that your success will largely depend on how much people love your product and tell their friends about it. But this love comes from understanding and solving real problems, not just from using fancy technology.
Approximates the degree to which you build a product that is so good, people spontaneously tell their friends about it. Startups always ask us for the secret to success. They always want to believe it's something other than this, because this is really hard to do. But this is it. If you can build a product that is so good, people spontaneously tell their friends about it, you have done 80% of the work that you need to be a really successful startup. If you think about the most successful companies you know, Google, Facebook, whatever, you probably found out about them because a friend of yours said, "You got to try this, it's great." So this is the bar. Something that people love so much they tell their friends about it.
Joseph Lee also touches on the importance of finding the right market. He mentions how Syncly tried different verticals before finding where they could make the most impact. This experimentation is crucial in identifying the market that not only needs your solution, but is also growing rapidly.
In the first 3 years, we tested different verticals to which vertical that we can make the most impact. The first vertical we go after was the fashion industry, but we have no connection there. Yeah, I'm not from fashion industry at all. So what we do is just pick up the phone and dial the number to try to talk to who can actually make a decision in the company. In total, we called around 500 prospects in fashion industries, and it's actually almost every company in Korea back then. After that, we just went to the factory and bring our laptops and a one-pager on my right hand and left hand. So CEO, me, CTO. At the time, we didn't have a product. We just have like a technology and an algorithm. We just try to show them the end goal, try to start from there. If things work there, here are the business impact that you will get. Give us 3 months to prove the value from the scratch. If not, then you don't need to pay. But if you think there's a value, pay whatever you think is valuable. 3 out of 4 actually ended up paying.
Another crucial element is building a strong team and culture. Joseph Lee talks about the complementary skill sets between co-founders and how vital it is to have a shared vision and values. John Kim adds that culture is like muscle memory. It needs to be built and maintained daily through consistent actions and decisions.
And I ended up starting a new company with my previous CTO was that we were such a great fit to actually create something new. We've been working together for the last decade. We know like how we work, who we are. Finding co-founders is almost like a marriage, right? You should have a great fit to each other in many different aspects. For instance, do you care the technology first or customer first? There's a deep tech company who actually focus on building a great technology. It's not something wrong. But if you have different mindset in terms of your value or which one you should prioritize, it's really hard to go along with together for the longer period of time. And the second one is that always better that co-founders have a complementary skill set. If you are good at A and your co-founder is good at B, it's much easier to actually work together in the long run because you guys need each other to build the best company.
A culture is, they call organizations superorganisms. It's a collection of people, but the collection is greater than the individuals combined. So 1 + 1 is not 2, ideally it's 3 and greater. So if you were to look at a single person, a person has a set of core values, they may have dreams and aspirations. If you kind of map that to an organization, you can also think of the culture as your core values, personal core values turn into corporate core values, your organization's strengths and weaknesses. All those things collectively combined is something that we kind of put a label on it called the culture. A culture is like a muscle memory. It's very hard to change a habit. It's very hard to just say, hey, today we're going to define our culture as XYZ. We're just going to change this way. Like, it doesn't work like that. It's a collection of people's habits. That's like, again, like a superorganism. So you have to like really nudge and create an iterative feedback loop. It's a slowly evolving thing. So that's why it's so critical. Like your day-to-day decision-making, day-to-day operation, everyday execution is really dictated by the culture of your organization, not by a couple of like checklists. It's not what you write on the wall. It's what you do and live and breathe every day. And that is the culture.
Maintaining momentum is essential for any startup. Sam Altman notes that startups thrive on continuous momentum, and losing it can be detrimental. This requires relentless effort and dedication from the founding team.
One of the most important jobs you have as a founder is to never lose momentum. And this is a little bit depressing because it means for the first few years, you never get to take your foot off the gas. You never get to really rest. We try to be honest about this, that startups are not the best choice for work-life balance at all, but especially in the early days. Startups survive on their own momentum. If you have momentum, people keep delivering results beyond what they think they're capable of. If you lose momentum, it's very difficult to get it back. And so continuing to make sure that the startup has a cadence, that the startup keeps winning on a relatively short and predictable intervals, this is really important, and it's up to the founders to make sure that you don't lose a hold of this.
Finally, continuous learning and adapting are vital. John Kim advises seeking out mentors and learning from those who are a stage or two ahead of you. This helps in navigating challenges and scaling the business effectively.
Realize if your company is growing quickly, you don't really have a time to organically learn the things you need to learn. There's like the skill sets. So my general advice is continue to seek out companies or people that are maybe 1 stage or 2 stages ahead of you. And I think this is generalizable to not just to startups, but anyone seeking fast growth in their own professional lives, in their careers too. What does greatness look like? Try to seek out people who've been there, done that before, and then try to not connect with one, but try to interview 3, 5, 10 people to see what is a general pattern of greatness that look like that will get you to the next level of the company, next stage, maybe a year, 12 months from now, 24 months from now. Seek out people who kind of went down that path a few times, then you'll start to find this pattern that start to emerge. What are things that you need to have 12 months from now, 24 months from now that you currently don't have? Then try to like build a path towards that.
Given that we've covered the essential foundations for thinking about a business, let's now explore some key points regarding the use of AI as a solution. Understand that AI can be applied to many tasks, but it excels particularly in repetitive activities that require extensive data processing or generate data along the way. Why is AI effective in these scenarios? Because AIs are adept at identifying patterns. In essence, if you have a repetitive task demanding extensive data and information, AI can process all of this and generate routines much faster. Similarly, in processes that generate intermediate outputs, AI can optimize data generation and create workflows that enhance overall performance. Ultimately, AIs are excellent for automation, but more importantly, they excel at pattern recognition. Patterns are fundamental for building solutions that address specific needs, and identifying these needs is key to creating a startup that could potentially potentially be valued at $1 billion. Are AIs the only path to success? No, but they are an excellent tool. So, what about you? Share your opinion in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future updates. Check out the videos appearing on your screen right now for more insights and stories from the world of technology. I'm Rafi, and this is the AI Lib. Stay tuned.